Now, the government sustained its campaign for those living in riparian land and along riverbanks to vacate with immediate effect. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki, who was on a tree planting mission in Marsabit, said the government has so far relocated more than 181,000 people who were living along the Nairobi River Corridor, and they will not relent in removing people from riparian land. This comes as the Ministry for Immigration set up an emergency registry at Nyayo House to assist victims who lost their identification documents during the floods to apply for new documents. Take a look.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Professor Kithure Kindiki was in Saku, Marsabit County for the national tree planting exercise. It is here the CS sustained calls for those who have encroached on riparian lands to vacate as per the government directive.
Lazima watoke katika sehemu zilizotengewa mito kulingana na sheria za nchi yetu ambayo inasema ya kwamba huwezi kujenga ama kufanya maendeleo yoyote ama kulima mita 30 kando ya mto. But many of us in this country have disregarded our planning laws. We have encroached on riparian reserves.
Kindiki saying the 30-meter radius to river corridors remain in effect.
Where people have built on the riverine, where people have built on the riparian corridor, they must move. Lazima watoke na si tafadhali. Kwa sababu ni kwa kwanza kabisa ni kwa usalama wao.
While issuing the directive to evict those living in riparian lands, President William Ruto assured that the evacuations will be done humanely. The agencies were directed to enlist the support of the National Youth Service and the National Government Administrative Officers. Elsewhere, Defense Cabinet Secretary Eden Duale has underscored the need for deliberate and collaborative initiatives among stakeholders in conserving water catchment areas and restoring critical landscapes.
We are under obligation morally as citizens to make sure that we restore, we conserve, we protect our forest and our wetlands.
Immigration and Citizen Services Principal Secretary Ambassador Julius Bitok says those who lost documents, such as national identification cards and passports, have an opportunity to reapply and receive them expeditiously.
We are ready to ensure that all people who have lost their documents in this flooding, whether it is ID, whether it is passport, whether it is a birth certificate, we have set up a center in your house where you can report for emergency the replacement of your documents.
Meanwhile, Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen and Interior Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo took part in the tree planting exercise at Gembe Hills in Homa Bay County.
Our national government administration officers are at hand to work closely with our colleagues from Kenya Forestry and the county government and the local leadership to ensure that in a matter of years, these hills will not be as bare as they are today.
Ili watoto na watoto wetu na watoto wa watoto wetu wasikuwe na janga hii, lazima sisi leo tupande miti kubadilisha ile climate yetu yenye tuko nayo kama taifa.
Nancy Okware, Easy Friday.